This is exactly the break the Dodgers needed to hear. This is important stuff. Brad J. with you. This is Dodgers Digest. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications because we are blazing our way to 8,000, and we appreciate everyone getting into it. And I'll tell you what, I got to get into this. I have so much Dodger news to talk about on a day where you would think there's not a lot of news, but there is a ton of news. And the first story I want to cover, obviously, this is exactly the break Dodgers needed. What am I talking about? Brad J, spew some stuff to us that we need to know about from Brad Stradamus, all right? All right, this isn't predicting anything, but Glasnow, are you ready for this? Are you sitting down? Okay, Glasnow is now officially throwing up the mound. He hasn't done this. You're like, oh, that's not even a big deal, Brad J. It's a very big deal. When you have three starters out for as long as the Dodgers have had these three starters out, it's a freaking big deal. All right? It's exactly the kind of break the Dodgers needed at this point in the season. All right, 2 games up over what? Giants and Padres are tied right now. Dodgers are 2 games up over them, 6 games over Arizona. And you know what? Haven't been hitting, and pitching's been a problem, but still 2 games in the first. Get some, Dodgers. All right, let's talk. Glass now throwing off the mound. We need him back. He's 1-0, 4.50 ERA for him in the 18 innings that he's pitched. He's only been part of 5 games, but he's a career 3.83 ERA guy, right? One thing I do like about what he's done is 18 innings he has pitched, but 23 strikeouts, and he can do better than that. 128, that's his whip. 5 games. So Glasnow looking to be the first guy to come back for the Dodgers out of the dudes that are out. So Sasaki's even predicted around that same time. Can you imagine having Sasaki and Glasnow back with Yamamoto and just maybe a month away from Shohei pitching? And then Kershaw haters, stay back. Stay in your lane. All right. A perfect storm, I call it. And the perfect storm is the fact that all these guys, seriously, could be back right after the All-Star break, July 15th. That's big, man. That's bigger than big. That's big. Right? All right. How about Ohtani? 2 leadoff home runs, back-to-back games. Did it on the first pitch last night. Love to see that. Ohtani getting that swing, leading the league, leading Major League Baseball in home runs. Congratulations. Thank you for crushing that one. And it's not even real yet to Dodger fans that he's a pitcher. Because, look, he hasn't taken them out in a couple years. He's been a year and a half on the Dodgers, and yet we've not seen him pitch. So it's not going to be real until we see him take the mound after the All-Star break for the Dodgers. That's what we're looking forward to. One thing the Dodgers got to clean up, though, the errors. Lots of errors by the Dodgers. What is it? 23 errors so far. 8 on Muncy. Muncy, I don't want to call you out or nothing, but 8 errors is a lot. That's more than we expect out of Muncy. So you expect him to do that, to not do that. That's for sure. Edman, bummer about Edman. He did get a game off yesterday, but he's been batting 130 since coming off the IL. So it's not his ankle. There's nothing wrong there. He's just taking a little bit of time. They gave him the day off, so I hope that helps. All right. Dodgers got 7 games versus New York starting on Friday. Starting on Friday. They'll have 3 against the Yankees and 4 against the Mets. Time for some payback. That's what I'm talking about, Willis. 7 games against New York starting on Friday. So got 2 more to go against Cleveland. Got to clean things up. Got to make things happen. Got to take these final 2-game wins and go home, have a day off, and get back at it. All right. Speaking of Mets, New York Mets starting pitcher has words for Shohei. What are you saying, Brad J? New York Mets starting pitcher David Peterson spoke about facing designated hitter Shohei after, excuse me, I'm choked up about it, after a start against the Dodgers on Saturday evening. And here's what Peterson said. He's just another hitter. 1 of 9 in their lineup. That's how I look at everybody. Did they do a good job? That was good, wasn't it? So that's David Peterson right there. All right. That's what he had to say about Shohei. Well, what prompted that? What made him do that? Well, Peterson struck out Ohtani 3 times in that Mets 5-2 victory over the Dodgers in New York and received the win after 7.2 innings he went, allowing both the Dodgers run and notching 7 strikeouts. So that is why he said that, okay? But here's my deal on that. That's payback time. That's payback time. So if you're Shohei, you know he said it. You know you struck out 3 times. You're going to definitely probably face him in those 4 games at Dodger Stadium. There's no way you don't face him at least once. And you need to take the guy deep, okay? And you can be trivial about it all you want, but you need to pay it back. Because he's not just an ordinary hitter. He's not just another hitter. Just another hitter in the lineup. He's not just another hitter in the lineup. And that guy, and Peterson knows that. But you know what? In Peterson's defense, hey, it's a good way to look at it. But, I mean, honestly, if you're a pitcher, you're pitching to the strengths and weaknesses of batters. So you're not going to look at a guy like him and go, oh, just another hitter. You're going to know what you don't want to throw him, what you do want to throw him. Do you want off speed? Like, you're not going to treat that way. So by saying that, it's a little weird, and you know what? This could come back to haunt him. That's all I'm saying. All right. Wow, did you hear Chris Taylor, CT3, signing with a new team? CT3, no longer a Dodger, waste no time to get down to business and stay in LA. Yes, well, Anaheim. Sorry. That's not far from probably where he lives. All right. After many years, man, it was sad to see him go, but you know what? This is what happened in baseball. Just guys go. Here's what he said. It was emotional. I've been on the Dodgers for 9 years. You know, almost a full decade we've seen CT3 out there. But I do believe it was time for me. It was my time to kind of fresh start. Hopefully turn the page, start a new chapter, yada, yada, yada. I'm excited to do that here, Taylor said. So in free agency, he quickly signed a 1-year prorated MLB contract with the Los Angeles Angels, and Dodgers, meanwhile, still owe him. How's this? So you cut the guy for the team, but you still got to give him $15 million. So that sucks, right? You got to give him $15 million. Well, there it is. What does he also say? He goes, I feel like I have a lot to prove myself, Taylor said. I haven't performed to how I feel I'm capable of playing the last couple of seasons. I want to turn that around. And you know what? I'm going to kind of agree with him on that too, because I feel like what he needs is a fresh start. He needs someone to play him more. He needs more playing time. He needs to be out in the field more. And so a team that needs him is a team that could use him. And you got to look at the Angels on that one, and he's got to say that, right? It's a new team. Well, I'm really sad I'm not on the Dodgers. You can't say that, even though you know he is sad not being a Dodgers fan. Dodgers fans loved him. Just he hung on a little too long, and he needs more playing time to be better. And there's plenty of teams where he can be a good fit for. So, seeing Taylor gone, CT3. Thank you, sir, for your service. 9 years as a Dodger. Appreciate that. All right. Now, Tanner Scott has had some recent problemos. And what does he say about it, right? So, this is what, I like what he says here, but you have to think about this. When Tanner Scott has problems, when the Dodgers have a lead and he blows it at the end of the game, think about all the bullpen guys, the 2 or 3 bullpen guys that were there before you. And that's when your bullpen starts getting taxed, because you get a bullpen that can hang you in the game or let you hang in there. Then you bring a closer in, and then he doesn't pull it off and doesn't get the save. That's where it hurts, because not only it taxes your bullpen, it hurts that, but you get the loss too as well. So here's what he said. Though Scott has also had some strong outings so far with the Dodgers. He has. But he broke his silence on the struggles by acknowledging a clear issue after the Mets game. I'm not putting away hitters. I'm not getting the swing and miss. I'm keeping the ball in the zone too much. And that's the thing. You don't want to be, that ball doesn't want to be in the zone that much, because the longer that ball's in the zone, easier it is for the batters to track that and make contact with it. So I like what he's saying. but you can't let down the bullpen by 3 guys or 4 guys come in and then you blow the save. So he knows that. He acknowledges it. He's a stand-up guy. I like what Tanner Scott said there. He knows what to do, and look for him to answer back. All right. Yamamoto, is it too early to talk Cy Young about Yamamoto? Is it? Because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it isn't, right? So Yamamoto has just kind of been doing his thing. Look at this. Here's the 1.97 ERA he's got. He's pitched 64 innings, but love the strikeout to innings, right? 75 strikeouts, 64 innings. You like to see that strikeout number being big. Look at that. Below the 1.00 on the whip, a .91, 11 games. Is it too early to talk Cy Young? Is it too early to talk All-Star? No, I don't think so. I think he is in that conversation right now with the year that he is having. So a big ups to what Yoshinobu did. Yamamoto just representing the Dodgers in a big way. Stoked to see him on the team and looking for more success in the future from that guy. And then tonight, well, it's May with a 4.09 ERA versus, is it Bibee or Beebe? I always forget from the basketball player. 43 Ks for Cleveland. That's what he's done. 4-4 record, 3.57 ERA. So you got 2 guys that are pretty evenly matched. I mean, May's got 49 Ks. His ERA is not much different. His record of 2-4. So you just hope May has the kind of game that he had last time, and the Dodgers continuing to hit, because that is important. And once again, you want to finish strong, right? Because when I look at that schedule right there, I see Mets, I see New York 7 days in a row. So you know what? Go back to Dodger Stadium on a good note. Why not? Take the win here tonight. Take the win tomorrow. Sweep the team formerly known as the Indians. And take the win. And then go back to LA and teach them New Yorkers a lesson or two. Hey, that's going to do it for Dodger Digest. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications. I'm Brad J. As you go through your day, just think Dodger blue, man. And let's go Dodgers.